Halloween ends, man. They might have ended it for real. It starts off with play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and that little boy played like he was Michael Myers. Little boy was getting babysitted, played like he was Michael Myers. Had the dude thinking Mike was in the house, scaring him and just disappearing and moving shit and moving knives or whatever the fuck. Leaves his ass upstairs, traps him in a room. Obviously, the babysitter panics, kicking the shit out the door. Once the door kick open, the boy's parents is walking into the motherfucking house from, whatever it was out babysitting. First of all, why the fuck would you leave your kid when you know Michael is around? Like, this is Haddonfield. Y'all know Mike is around, and it's a bunch of babysitter stories. Like, the whole town know the story, so it's like, what? But the movie got to go around, so let's leave this nigga. That man kicked the door. The boy's right behind the door. You hear a nigga banging to get out of a fucking door. You right behind it, nigga. The door hit the boy in the face. But he's like, Mike's in there. He's going to get you, blah, blah. So I'm kicking the shit out of that door, too. Boy fall from the top floor. Boom, dead. Then he got the knife because he had picked up the knife that the boy moved around like when he was acting like Michael Myers. So he at the top of the steps looking like blah, blah. But he get out of jail and shit. So he's going around the town, obviously he's like the nigga going around town like, you killed the kid, blah, blah, blah. He's crazy and shit like that. And then he obviously links up with Laurie's granddaughter, and it's like a little awkward thing because, she's like a survivor, and then some people is mad at Laurie Strode talking about it's her fault Michael's around killing everybody. It's like, what? Like, he's trying to kill, me, so everybody around me that get killed is my fault. It's like, nigga, they was like, yeah, my sister was your neighbor, she got stuff. Nigga, like, when she knew I came back, she should have left. Like, y'all niggas knew the story before I moved back here and shit. Like, fuck y'all talking about? Whatever. So, yeah, man. So then it's a bunch of non-Michael Myers shit, and it's like, yo, what's this? It's not long though. It ain't too long. It's, she taking him out to the club, trying to get him out. He meets the boy mom. The boy mom like go crazy, like, oh, you out here having fun and shit. I'm like, she was out there drinking too, but whatever the fuck. This is 4 years later, so it's like 4 years after the babysitting incident and shit. So you thinking, they let 4 years pass so Laurie Strode can get in shape and shit, so she could do her thing when she come into the final clash with Mike. Wrong, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, man, fucking. He leave the club and shit, then he get bullied by some folk and shit over some dumb. He ain't wanna buy some kids liquor. He was leaving a liquor store and some high school niggas and shit was like, can you get us the liquor? And he's like, nah. That shit was weird too. It's a lot of shit. Like, the movie good, I fuck with it, but it's a lot of shit you gonna have to overlook, like a lot of stupid things. He ain't want to get the kids the liquor because it's the wrong thing to do. But then, so they push him down and all that shit. They all get mad. And then Laurie Strode comes in and they like, oh, we know you. What kind of coincidence is this? Blah, blah, whatever. More coincidence shit. So they go in the store and she's like, you want to do it or me? She gives him the knife and he fucking popped a tire. It's like, nigga, you wouldn't get the liquor. So why are you popping this tire? Like, that was easy peer pressure from the adult. But then, come. And this is worse. Well, he probably said, who the fuck knows, but damage probably, I don't know, whatever. So he sees the boy's dad at the garage with the car because he work at a car and shit. And it's like, oh fuck, blah blah. And the boy's dad treat him like shit, so they try to throw a little, oh, your dad treats you like shit, so you, but that's just nothing. Next thing you know, he at the club and shit because Laurie's granddaughter brings him out. He don't be going out and shit because he don't like being around the town. He a little shy nigga, got glasses and all that shit. He leaves the club because he has a conversation with the mom of the son he killed. She like, you out here partying, you killed my son, blah blah. So he leave the club, he leave his little trash mask that she gave him and shit. And he walking down a little path and shit. You see this path in the beginning. You already know Mike is under that tunnel, under that fucking bridge in the tunnel. The kids come up on him, knock his glasses off, motherfucker. Then they get into the conversation. They throw him over the motherfucking bridge. Mike motherfucking pull this nigga into the tunnel and shit. Don't know why. He lets him sleep. Then when he wakes up and tries to leave, then Mike tries to kill him. It's like, nigga, you had the whole whatever. More shit you just got, overlook. So then he look into his eyes and it's like he see this nigga life or something, and he's like, oh yeah, you might be good. So I don't know if he passed on some murderous intent or I don't fucking know. He let the nigga go. The nigga leave. The homeless nigga like, nah, like, go back in there and get this mask for me and shit. And then he killed a homeless nigga. And it's like, Okay, so it's starting and shit. So he go to Lori. He's like, yeah, I killed a guy. He fucking bring her to the house where the boy died. Explains what happened. Blah blah shit like that. So then somehow, him and Lori start talking about burning down Haddonfield and like leaving. But I'm thinking they meant burning down Haddonfield was like a, not literal, but whatever the fuck the other word is. I can't think of it right now. So she like, yeah, I'll fuck with it in due time and shit. So, then silly shit start happening, man. Like, it's a cop that fucking he ends up with her at the at a place eating and shit, and the cop that talk mean to him or whatever. So then they're passing by a radio station because they was chilling at that joint. The radio dude talk mean to him, and you already know he don't fuck with the bullies. And then the girl who Lori worked with, she got a promotion and Lori ain't get it. So doctor house, you at the doctor house. And the doctor's with the girl he gave the promotion to was because she fucking that nigga or whatever. So he pop up. He killed the old man. He tried to kill her. He got on He got on that bullshit ass mask. That bullshit. This is bullshit ass mask he had on and shit. So he go in the jump. Oh fuck! I skipped the whole police shit, man. So the police nigga follow him after the confrontation. After he dropped her off after they was eating. Police nigga follow him into a tunnel. Why? I don't fucking know. Police nigga he tried to kill the police nigga. Then he runs into the tunnel. Then the police run into the tunnel. Then he tries to kill him again in the tunnel. Then Michael Myers coming. He's like, show me how to do it. And Mike's like, it's kind of just ain't really nothing to it. You just put it in. So Mike killed a dude. Then it looked like Mike having like a seizure. I'm guessing the nigga gaining some strength or something like that. So then with the whole doctor shit, they had the doctor house. He killed a doctor, and then he tried to run after the girl, but he's like a trash ass nigga. It's like Scream. Like, Mike don't be making mistakes for real. Like, he pop up, he don't pop up. Like, you don't see it, nigga. He don't give you time to do shit. Once you think you calling the police, he right there. This nigga motherfucking chased the girl into the house. She closed his hand in the door. He banging on the door for like 5 minutes. And she, well, not 5, whatever the fuck. She on the phone calling the police. Then Big Mike come. Big Mike come in the house. Boom. One arm her up. Stab her. And it's like, damn, the nigga might be getting stronger and shit. She was saying he transcends the more he kills, blah, blah. So it's like, all right. They out here jumping niggas now. Mike got a little sidekick and shit. But that ain't Mike M.O., man. That ain't Mike M.O. at all. Mike killed niggas who in his way. Mike motherfucking killed niggas in his way. This nigga, he went after, he led the cop there. The cop pissed him off and shit. Once he's... Bro, this nigga went on a rampage, man. He fucking went on a whole motherfucking rampage, man. He ended up getting Mike mask. He go back in the tunnel. He wrestled Mike for his mask and shit. And it's like, nigga, you couldn't overpower these kids, but you fucking throwing down Mike Myers. And he just walks off. Mike, like, gets up and shit. So he go and he motherfucking, he go after the kids that was bullying him. And it's like, yo, whoever motherfucking wrote this movie or whoever had a hand in this movie, they was getting bullied. And they telling you how they want to get rid of bullies because Mike just get niggas in his way. This nigga, any nigga that had a problem with him, oh, this nigga called me ugly. Oh, they had pushed me down. Like, nah, I ain't like how she was taught. This nigga was going and killing all the people he had problems with. It wasn't no motherfucking mysterious Laurie Strode shit. Like, nah, murdering niggas he had problems with. That's all that shit was and shit. This nigga was a motherfucking, not even a serial killer. He was just a bullied kid that fucking shot up the school. That was him with the Michael Myers, man. He wrestled Mike for his mask. Like, yeah, I need that, nigga. Get up off of that. He took that shit from him, and he go out. He go kill the radio nigga that called him ugly. Then he motherfucking fuck with the kids and shit. And the kids ain't even surprised that he was alive after they threw him off this bridge. They just saw he rode on a car and chased his ass down. He motherfucking fucked their ass up at his job and shit. Led him to the job, fucked them up and shit. It did, man. Then he down his path. The only person in his way is Lori because he don't like her because she don't want him fucking with the daughter because she sensed the Mike in that nigga. Like when after he first got let go by Mike, that nigga she looked out the window and he was standing like by the tree in regular clothes, but he was just standing there. She's like, what the fuck? That was just reminiscent. She go downstairs outside, he not there. Then she turn around, he right behind her. And it's like, yo, this nigga Mike transferred the Mike move to this nigga, man. This nigga move like Jagger, nigga. So yeah, ain't no big fight. I think the second movie had me waiting for like a big build up and shit, because they had that anime classic battle, nigga. And this one, it was just like, you know, she kind of like played like she killed herself. And then fake Mike came in the room, but she knew it was fake Mike. Fake Mike came in the room and she shot that nigga. He hit the ground and downstairs, you know, she's like, yeah, man, kill me, blah, blah, blah. He ain't trying to kill her. He's like, yo, I told you, if I can't have Lori, nigga, nobody gonna have her. That nigga stabbed himself in the neck. And then Lori walk in the motherfucking house, she pulling the knife out the neck, and it looked like she did it or whatever. And I'm like, yo, the time is impeccable. How the fuck he know she was coming here, nigga? Because she was on her way the fuck out. So yeah, she goes and sits down, and then real Mike come in, grab the mask. When he grabbed the knife, the nigga who you think got stabbed in his neck, he ain't dead. He tried to grab Mike, and Mike like, yo, you little Mike, nigga. Boom, snap that neck, nigga. Snap that neck. So then he go after Lori, and they got the little, you know, fight. And it's like, yo, all right, Lori healed up. You got the 4-year break and all that shit. And it's just like, what is this? You know, a little bit of throwing around. Nothing crazy, nothing too crazy, man. The story was good with the whole extra nigga and shit, but the last fight was just, you know, crucify this nigga. They really had all the Bible scenes for this nigga, like really making it seem like this nigga was biblical. Motherfucking, they had both his hands stabbed to the motherfucking table. For one, that was the first, you know, biblical shit. He got out of that, nigga, when she started, like, she cut his neck, and then he fucking went to he slid his hand through the knife, grabbed her by the neck, and it's like, yo, your hand is in half. Is he choking her with these 2 fingers and she can't get out of that, or is he choking her with the middle and like really keeping his fingers closed? Like, which way is he choking her? So I don't know, but he was choking the shit out of her. Then the daughter had came back because she was riding down. She seen like the fire. She's like, oh, this nigga was really crazy, because she wasn't trying to listen to nobody when it came to him coming crazy and shit. So she come back in the house. She save her mom. Then she like, I guess they start just stabbing him where the major blood loss shit is. Then the police come and they like, yo, we gotta make it enough, nigga. Like, this ain't enough. Like, they like, yo, that ain't the law. And it's like, the sheriff nigga come, he like, it is tonight. So they put this nigga on the top of a car, and they ride through the town. First of all, how long did they ride through that town? And was there like a mass text message sent out? Because the whole town basically followed these niggas to the nigga's shop, the car shop. And how the fuck did the whole town find out about this? Like, that's what I need to know. How the fuck did everybody know that Michael Myers was on the top of that car? And who is gonna answer to this? Because this nigga who wrote this movie clearly telling you how he wants to deal with these serial killers out in the world, because they put this nigga Mike in the motherfucking compactor, nigga. The fucking, not even the trash compactor, the junk that go like this, boom, and just keeps rolling. It keep rolling, and it crushed his whole fucking body and to smithereens. And it's like, yo, this nigga dead for real. And I'm like, I was actually sad. I'm like, why am I sad that this crazy ass? But it's because it's the movie, man. Like, anything else they do after that, it ain't gonna be Michael Myers, man. It'll be the daughter. It'll be somebody else. It's like, it ain't Mike Myers, so they gonna have to reboot that motherfucker. But I need to see the trial. Like, they need to make a movie after this called, you know, the trial of Mike's killers, because that is not the law, nigga. Like, somebody has, they not allowed to do that. And I know all the serial killers out there is, in the Mike universe, it's like, yo, you heard what they did, that nigga that was killing all the niggas down in Haddonfield? Like, they threw his ass in a compactor. Like, they murdered that nigga, like, brutally, man. Like, that would make niggas want to stop killing for real. Like, yo, we can't get caught by the town, nigga. Like, we go on these sprees and shit. Like, nah, I need to see the federal fucking federal response to how these niggas handle that situation, which is, you know, probably the best way to handle it. But nah, shit like that ain't just flying like that, man. But they gonna have to figure it out, man. They gonna have to reboot this movie somehow for me. Maybe reboot it from the second one, man. But this can't be the end of no Mike, man. Mike ain't going out like that. He not. Like, he not. They ain't want to leave you with nothing. I mean, they had the mask at the end. Like, the mask was on Lori's table. Like, she kept that motherfucker, but so I mean, I guess that's something. But like I said, man, it was kind of seeing the little nigga try to be Mike, but it's like, nigga, he ain't Mike. Mike wasn't fucking up like that when he first started murdering niggas. This nigga was fucking up like them niggas in Scream. Like, he was fucking up multiple times. That nigga was trash. Went back and killed his mom for what? Probably because his mom smacked him. I think his mom smacked him one time and shit, and he killed his mom. I'm like, son, what? Like, that whole relationship with his mom was weird, though. His mom smacked him and then kissed him on the lips, and then the dad was like, I hope you find love, because the mom ain't want him to leave with the girl, but the nigga's like 25 years old, son. But like, I don't know, man. And I want to know how the fuck he was maneuvering without his glasses. Like, this nigga got his glasses knocked off, and he was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. The nigga almost felt like he had superpowers when he was killing niggas. And it's like, yo, is there superpowers in this shit? Like, that whole thing when Mike looked in his eyes and they did a whole flashback of this nigga life, that was the most superficial shit you seen in Halloween. But him also she stabbed the shit out of this nigga in his chest, and that nigga sat up like Kane, nigga. Like, he said, yo, or the Undertaker, whatever, either one, son, both of them niggas. But I fuck with the movie, man. I'm kind of depressed, though. I ain't want it to be done. They gonna have to reboot it or something, and I guess, they ain't want Laurie Strode, she's too old to be doing shit. But she ain't gotta be in it, nigga. Jamie Lee Curtis, like, you the woman, but like, we good with just a Michael Myers, nigga. You could have just left and put a nigga under that motherfucking mask, call him Michael Myers, nigga. I don't need no Strode under the mask and shit, doing no wild shit, trying to come kill her mom. But yeah, man, Halloween ends, and as of now, that shit ended.